Alright, so this is race 1 of our MX5, sorry, race 2 of our MX5 league. This is in Maggiore East 2, so the reverse, and away we go. So we qualified. James was first, me second, Oscar third, Pajo, then Mark, then Ian, then Kurt, then Baz. After Baz we had Storm, then Mitch, then Tony, then Pete, and that's our 12 starters. So, starting off, I'm starting on the medium. Oh, sorry, that's Kurt. I'm starting on the softs. James started on mediums, Oscar started on mediums, Pajo started on mediums, Mark started on softs. So I get pushed there ever so slightly out, which was a bit of a balls, but it's okay. You see there Oscar threw on the hazards. Now, I wanted to show this. This was my fault. I turned in here on Pajo, and that sent me all over the place, sent Ian spinning out. So let's go back and take a look at that. That was bad driving out of me there. So we'll watch from Mark's perspective. So I turned in on Pajo, that sent me into a spin. Then if we go back to Ian, Ian hit me, that sends him into a spin. That there was, I would call it an incident, but that was my fault. I shouldn't have turned in. My awareness was not good enough there. So let's go back to me. So here we are coming down the hill. I'm in 5th place now, and I see James and Oscar ahead in 1st and 2nd. That's a problem. Those two boys are too fast. Baz goes by me there beautifully, actually. Nice overtake, Baz. Let's go on here with Storm. So Storm doing his best to catch up. We've got Mitch behind. We've got Pete and Given going at it. Kurt behind them. And Ian way back. Ian, I'm sorry about that. So let's watch. As you see, the battles are going on everywhere. That's the good thing about this. So here's Pete. Tough corner there. Tony on the inside, Kurt there, nice line. Let's move back up here because this battle's going on right in front of us. So we'll go back to me for a minute. So here we are, I'm chasing down Baz and Pajo. Now I was a bit frustrated here, not at anybody, but I was frustrated because I was on soft tyres. Little tap from Tony, don't worry about it. I was on soft tyres, and a lot of these guys are on mediums, except for Mark. So I'm losing a lot of time here to Oscar and James at the front, and I knew this could be the downfall of my race. So all I could do was put the head down and try and get some laps in. Take over. I had to be aggressive, try and take overtakes at any chance I got. So here, that not an overtaking position right there. Third gear down along. Thinking to myself, I need to make a move, so I go for it, and I thought I had the line, but I'm too late back on the power, and Pajo will go right back past me. Great driving, Pajo. So as you see, Storm right behind us, the lads all back there, they're not far behind, so I'm in the slip here, but Pajo has the inside, so I have to give Pajo room. Take a wide line, but that gives me this inside for the right-hander. Also, I caught a little bit of time on Baz there, but Baz defends, and very well. Down to 2nd, that gives Pajo the time to come up on the inside again. That's good driving, Pajo. And I have to slow down there because I need to give Pajo space. But Pajo and Storm had a bit of a tip there, so we'll go back to that. So let's go back. So here's Storm. Now you'll see what happens here. Is that the same thing happens Pajo that happened me. Is that Storm's coming in along. Storm's got a better line. So Storm's on the left hand side and Pajo goes to go to the outside without realising that Storm was there. Now I think personally that's the same thing. That was Pajo's fault. Pajo turned in too early, not realising that Storm was there. Now if you notice here, Storm pulls up. Because Storm is a very, very fair racer and felt, I believe, that Pajo got, was on the bad end of that. But what I'd say there would have been Tony. I think he turned in just like I did before, so that was Pajo's own fault there. I think you shouldn't have stopped. I think you should have kept going. There was a good result on for you here, and you would have deserved it. So next time, if that happens, Tony, keep going. Doesn't matter who it is, keep going. So we'll get back into the race here after that. So I'm currently running in 5th. I've got Baz in front, but we can go to the front here and we see Oscar. Look how much space there, and they're in mediums. They've gained so much time. So you've got James and Oscar here. Oscar, beautiful line, mega power coming out of that corner compared to James. These two boys are just flying. And you'll see here, they actually are very intelligent, these two boys. They work together. They know that they're pulling away on mediums, which means that this is in the bag for them, providing they don't battle, don't give time back. They'll still have their soft tyres to go. So this is fantastic racing out of the two lads. And to be fair, they are the two fastest racers in that race with us. You know, not BBR racing, I don't mean, but I mean that race in the league or are just a part of the group that, you know, that we race with. We've all been racing together for a long time. We all met through different YouTubers and stuff like that, and yeah, we just all gelled as a group, and we have all ages from young all the way through to quite a little bit older than you'd expect. So James there, Mullers, Oscar. I think James just missed his braking point there. So we'll go back a little. We'll see now. Mark is on the softs. Mark is on better tyres, and they're looking really good. He's going after them here, which is great news because we really needed someone to catch up, put more pressure on, let them fight a little bit. Hopefully they'd lose more time. Mark flying here up on the fastest lap. That's excellent driving. Behind Mark is me, and I'm pushing as hard as I can right now to try and catch up. I'm hoping Mark catches the guys, slows them down, and then I can catch up because of that. Baz then behind me, Mitch and Kurt. So there isn't much in this. Pete going, but Pajo goes by like he's on a rocket ship. So here we go, back up. And as you see, with 20 times tyre wear, the tyres are starting to go already. 4 laps in, and you can see the wear. Gotta get my line, let's get all the way to the left, just like that. Then back across, a little lift there because it couldn't settle the car. Up into 3rd. So I hit the fastest lap there, but I knew with Oscar and James still to use softs that they would get a much better lap than me. So still chasing. Let's go back up to Mark here. Mark is caught up substantially here. Flying he is. Lovely line there. Beautiful. So Baz dropped off just a little bit. Might have been a mistake maybe there. Oh, battle's going on here again. Nice driving, Tony. Nice driving. Staying on the tail of Pajo. So let's go back to this little battle here. It's me on the back of Mark here now. This was a really good race. So as you see, there's my tyre wear in the bottom left. Me and Mark, roughly the same. James, good bit gone on mediums. Oscar, not half as much. Again, Oscar's on a wheel and James is on motion controlled, so his tyre wear will always be a little bit worse. But he's doing an excellent job here, like absolutely excellent. There's Mark, still chasing the guys. Me right behind Mark. It's a good little battle with me and Mark here. Coming down through the S's. Down to third for the right-hander, full power. Now, what are we going to do here? Yeah, I'll hold back. I don't need to push too hard. So 6 laps in. Still a close race. Oscar, then James, Mark and myself. So I'm putting pressure on Mark here now. But as you see, I go to the right. I'm not trying to overtake Mark. I want me and Mark to catch right up to Oscar and James. So we need James to catch Oscar. But as you see, Oscar's pulling away. His tyres, there's a big difference. Oscar, absolutely unbelievable. Let's stay with Oscar a minute. Braking, lovely. Yeah, full power as quick as possible. Out to the outside, beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect line everywhere he goes, right out. Look how he gets the car rotated so quickly. A little bit wide there, could have been that very easily, but held it very well. It's good racing. Turns in so much earlier than me and gets him on the power so much earlier than me. That was my mistake there. James still giving it loads. Oh, here comes Mark though. And I've dropped off a bit, so I must have made a mistake back there somewhere. So 7 laps in, tyres are looking okay. It's a good line. Now James is starting to fall off here in his mediums, so that gives me and Mark the opportunity now to push on him. James gives up the position. He knows he's on mediums and struggling. So here we go, up to third, chasing Mark. Hanging in there. Come down the hill. Down we go into the left-hander. This was my worst corner, although I got a lot better there. Still chasing Mark here. Oscar just flying, pulling away something else. And he hasn't even gone to the softs yet. That's the scary thing about Oscar here. Mark, lovely. Real good battle with me and Mark it was here. The only thing that got me was, you'll see Mark pulls away into the pits here in a second. Mark went for a 2-stopper instead of a 1-stopper, and that kind of killed his race. He pits now, I believe, which is early. Yeah, so he pits like 2-3 laps early there to go for a second pair of softs and then finish on a medium. I think if had he not done that, me and Mark would have probably battled for the whole race, which would have been really nice. So that's me up into second. James is quite a bit back, but Oscar is quite a bit in front. So let's move back along the pack here. Baz chasing James, Mitch a little bit back. Good little battle going on here now still. We've got Given and Pajo really going at it with Kurt in front. Pajo goes for the move. Oh, Given just tapped Kurt there, so that slowed him down, gave Pajo the opportunity, even though Pajo had the inside line. I'd say he would have probably got that anyway. Good driving by Pajo. Good driving by Kurt as well in front. His line very nice, beautiful. Pajo letting it run there, gained a lot of time. Right up, Kurt's shop here now. Tony just watching from a distance. Tony will take an opportunity if it comes, absolutely. Yeah. Should have the run on Kurt here, I'd say. Unless Kurt gets back crossing to that slip much faster. Oh, I'd have went for that if I was Tony. He had that line. Good racing though. Good little battle here, these three drivers. Three good drivers, very good drivers. Tony's got a good line there. Oh. Had Tony not had that little bit of contact there, I'd say he would have been probably beside Kurt here. So Pajo defending. Kurt pulls out. Tony to the outside. Tony felt that there was one coming. Yeah. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky, Tony. Had you yeah, you almost had that. So let's push forward, see what's going on in front. We've got Mitch still chasing down Baz. Baz still chasing down James. James trying to chase me down, and me trying to chase Oscar down. As you see, my tyres are pretty bad. Sends me out wide. Didn't lose anything, didn't spin. Lost a little time, but didn't spin, so that's okay. So almost halfway through the race here now. Oscar's still absolutely flying. James, tyres are struggling, you can see. Left side not too bad. Right hand corners are okay for him, but left hand corners are the problem. That front right is an issue right here, so it's going to send him into understeer every time. And now he'll gain traction again to take the right hander. Baz still there. Oscar just flying. So we look there at what, a 39.0 is his fastest lap. My fastest lap is a 38.7. So 3/10. That's how fast Oscar is on mediums compared to me on softs. But I'm still happy at this point. Second place. I'll take anything at the top. Anything. The points are good. It'll keep me in the run-in towards going through the season, and that's what I need. I need to be consistently up there to have any chance of beating Oscar, James, Stig, Mark, you know, all the guys, Pajo. Everybody's got a shot in this, you know. There's Mark back out on track, pushing Pajo. Mark's on fresh softs, so Mark should have quite an advantage over everyone here. As you see there, even though it's the slip that's giving him that extra little bit of pull. What will Mark do here though? Mark is going to go for it. He doesn't want to get held up, and I can't blame him. So Oscar goes in the pits, and we'll go on to his softs. Padjo goes into the pits. Oscar's coming out of the pits right now, so there's Oscar ahead. Now you're going to get to see how fast Oscar really is. So Oscar on the softs here coming down the hill. If you listen, hardly any tyre squeal. He saves his tyres very well. He's excellent. Look at the speed. Down along, lovely. Oh, beautifully into the apex. Holds a load of speed. And look at him chasing down Mitch here. This is great driving. Mark behind, Storm behind Mark. Padjo back behind. And we've got Tony Given. We've got Pete. We've got Kurt. We've got Ian. So everybody's still doing a good job. Nobody's really fallen away to nothing. So Oscar's after getting past Mitch. Let's take a look at that. Lovely move by Oscar around the outside. Andy gets back across to still keep the race in line. Mitch's tyres here are the problem versus Oscar's, which are brand new. So Baz in front. So I go into pit, James goes into pit, Baz goes into pit, and Oscar retakes first place, rightly so. Mark up into second. So here I come. Let's go back to me for a minute. So Oscar goes by, Mark goes by, and I've got James coming out of the pits behind me. I'm now on mediums, James is going on to softs. So I need to get away as fast as I can, otherwise James is going to catch me. At the moment my mediums, Mark is on softs that are a little bit worn but still really good. And then Oscar, who's just ridiculous, is never going to be caught, realistically. Look at the speed. Look at the speed. Look at the rotation. Unbelievable. Line, perfect. Brakes, late. Gets it right into the apex. Beautiful. Lovely trail braking. Perfect line. Perfect timing. Perfect turning, perfect everything. Kids of wonder. Self and James, they're unbelievable. So look at that, 4/10 up on the fastest lap. And he's only halfway through this lap. Look at this, rotation, all the way in, beautiful, beautiful. A little bit wide there, maybe carried just a small bit too much speed, but still it was perfect. Compared to me anyway, absolutely perfect. Second, what line does Oscar take here? Same as me. Sacrifice the entry to maximize the exit. Beautiful. Look at this. 31, 32. Like this is a phenomenal lap already. Like 37, 6. That's a brilliant lap. So Oscar deservingly ahead. Mark, me chasing Mark, and then there's James back there on the softs. He's the man to watch here. Baz back behind him on the mediums. Let's stay with James for a minute here. So James on motion controls, which is much more difficult to control the car compared to a wheel, obviously, but easier, I would say, than a controller. But here he goes anyway, flying. So James flying down along. In front of James I am, trying to catch Mark, doing my best on the mediums to keep up with him. He's on the softs, are a little bit worn. Oscar gone, absolutely gone. You see there, like even at 14 laps at 22, it's race over, absolutely. James here, bit of a distance there, but you'll see when we get to the next lap, quite a lot of that distance has already been pulled in by James. So I'll stay with myself here for a minute because I'm chasing down Mark. Just trying to keep it smooth. Trying not to slide the car. Chasing down Mark still. And there's James coming around the last corner with so much more speed than me. Baz in 5th place. Pajo back behind him. Oh, almost hit the wall. Mitch chasing Pajo. Then Kurt. Given chasing Kurt. Tony Pete chasing Given. And Storm coming around. So I'm still chasing Mark. Here's James flying behind me. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. As soon as you're on that right-hander on the apex, you want to be full power. Absolutely. Great driving. James coming down the hill into the left-hander. Much better than me. He's on. Look how early he's on the power there. And you can see already visibly he's brought down quite a distance between me and himself. So let's go back to me. Still chasing Mark here on the mediums. Mark's tires are starting to go. So this is his second set of softs. So he's going to have to go and pit now because he hasn't used the mediums yet. He's not going to do it now. He's going to wait as far as he can on the softs. Oscar gone. Absolutely gone. Mark's still going well though. So I'd say now the difference is starting to become, so this race is starting to come to me a little bit from Mark here, I'd say. Like my mediums are pretty good, Mark's are starting to suffer a bit, so he's going to start losing pace now. So this will be my opportunity to try and catch up to Mark. I've got James then behind, flying. He's already gaining more time on us. Look at that, he's up on the fastest lap. Now you see how much time James has gained here again. Look at that. He's gained about the same amount of time on that lap again as he did the last one. And he's absolutely flying. We've got Pajo here up into 5th place. Baz chasing him down. Mitch after. Kurt. Pete. Let's go back to Baz and Pajo here. Baz on mediums, Pajo's on softs. So I would say Pajo's probably going to pull away a little bit from Baz here. Then you've got James in front. Pajo quite a way back from James though. James absolutely flying. Mark has gone into the pits. So it's James chasing me down right now. So I'm just on trying to hang in. 5 more laps is what I was thinking here. 5 more laps, 5 more laps. Well, 6 more laps. 5 after this. I was thinking James behind me, maybe I can survive. So we'll stay on board here with James for the last bit of this race because yeah, James is flying right now. Look at that little lift off, but feathering the throttle the whole time. Same there. Drops it to 3rd, yeah, and full power. Yeah. Beautiful line. Look at James's times, 38s. 4 of them in a row. That's fantastic driving. Oh, look, you can see how quick he's catching me here. You've got Pajo behind, you've got Mark behind Pajo, who's now on the fresh mediums. You know what, Mark? I have to say, if you watch this, that your 2-stopper wasn't the worst, really, in fairness. You know? I still think you'd have finished in a better position had you not done it. But it wasn't bad. You didn't lose that much time, in fairness. So, yeah, well done on that one. Let's see, Pajo here. Soft, struggling. James, Soft's not struggling yet. Look at the time. James is killing me. Like, another 38, another 38. So, like, look at all his laps. 38s versus mine. 40s, 39s. Always going to catch me. You can see it. I could feel it too. I knew. So I'm just trying to go as fast as I can. Not necessarily trying to not necessarily trying to beat James here, because I already know with this many laps left and the rate that he's catching me, nothing's going to stop him right now. So I'm looking at Pajo behind, and I can see there's a good gap between James and Pajo. So as long as I don't mess anything up here, I'll get a podium, and that I was very, very happy about. Very happy about. There's James. I made a mistake there, and you can see how quick he catches me here now. I'm looking in my rear view here, and I know what's coming. My mediums are starting to go. Oscar up front. Absolutely killing it. Doing my best here to get away, but James is already in my slip. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm not really feeling well at the moment. So full power out of the corner, but it's too late. James is already there. Coming down along here again through this nice fast sector, and then into the S's. You see I brake. James doesn't really brake, he just lifts. Lovely driving here. Again, look how far away I am from the apex, and it also sends me out wide. I lose too much speed and sacrifice more time to James. Yeah, there was no holding him back here. Were any other battles going on at the moment? So we have Ian chasing Tony. It's good to see Ian back up after such a bad start, thanks to me. Again, sorry about that, Ian. Oh, Tony goes wide. He must be struggling. Yeah, struggling on the medium tyres versus Ian on the softs. Oh. So Ian takes the place. Let's go back up towards the front here. And here we go. Here's James overtaking me. So I'm defending. James has got me on the outside. Look at that. Look at the difference. That's the difference between softs and mediums right there. James just goes by. Nothing I can do. I made a mistake there because my tires are almost gone. Let's James just go. So you see how much time he's gained on me already there with the free track, me not in his way. Took that corner okay that time though. So I know right now, looking back, I should be okay here. There shouldn't be anything here that gets me. So I just gotta keep it smooth, keep it clean for the last 2 laps. And I'm getting, I would say, well-deserved podium. I don't think I would have been able to get a better result than this. As you see, Oscar is gone. So we will actually fast forward here a little bit. I'm giving it everything I can here. Pushing too hard. I almost could have made a big mistake there. Into this slow left-hander, followed by the flat-out right-hander, and into the sharp left-right onto the main straight. Braking early here, tires are struggling. You can see understeer is a real thing. Back across, try and cut the corner best you can, avoid the grass of the wall, and onto the final lap. And for the final lap, we are going to go with Oscar. Absolutely brilliant drive out of Oscar here. Thoroughly deserved the win, and he got the fastest lap, so that's a bonus point. So it will be 15 points for the win and 1 bonus point for the fastest lap, so that's a total of 16 for Oscar for that race. So that's obviously as good as it gets. Oscar coming down the hill here, braking nice and early. Beautiful. Knows he doesn't have to worry about anything here, he's so far ahead. Even the spin here, I think Oscar would have still won this race. James in second place, also excellent race out of James, well deserved second place. Again, Oscar cuts that corner or something else. Coming around for the left, right onto the final straight for the last time to get the checkered flag, and a perfect race out of Oscar. And here we go. And there we have it. Win for Oscar. James now coming through. Me following him. Pajo for 4th, Mark for 5th, Baz for 6th. James crossed the line. Well done, James. I'll take a 3rd there. Very happy I was in my beautiful Irish livery, which is done for me by Given. Thank you very much. We've got Pajo coming across the line now. Well done, Pajo. Here you've got Mark in 5th place with a 2-stopper. Impressive. And we've got Baz and Mitch, and they're fighting. Good to see it after 22 laps. Well done, boys. And we've got Kurt coming across the line for 8th. Ian for 9th place. Well done, Ian. Ian, that's a good finish considering what happened to you at the start. Again, sorry about that. My bad. For our leagues, you can pick your best 8 races, so I'd say that's one Ian will chuck. We've got Given across the line, followed by Storm in 11th. And here's Pete then coming around, last place. Now Pete did a 2-stopper there too, and I think he just got unlucky with it. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and that was race 2 of the BBR League MX5s.